There are some people somewhere deciding on what to do with Nigeria. There are some people sitting in their offices having meetings over Nigeria. They are not Nigerians. They are not Africans. But they are sitting and deciding our future. I wish Nigerians are educated or literate enough to see the bigger picture. We used to talk about Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, Fulani, but there's a bigger picture. The president traveled for a 2-week working whatever visit or whatever. Then after the vice president not followed and traveled and all left the country, somebody says it is the 8th time that Tinubu has visited France. I was saying 7th time. Now, there are unforeseen forces that is controlling our destiny in Nigeria. That is why you see the Fulani, they are a willing tool. Anywhere you find the Fulani, they are a willing tool in the hands of these forces, unseen, unknown forces. That's why it is difficult for us to talk about restructuring. It is the World Bank and other multinationals that advise us on what to do. They talk to our leaders. They don't talk to us. They talk to these leaders. They tell the leaders, devalue the currency, do this and do that. If you don't do this, we will not borrow you money. So there's a bigger picture to all we are doing. Who owns oil in Nigeria? Who owns the oil? Do your research, sit down and think deep. Who owns the oil? This young man in Burkina Faso, that young man in Burkina Faso, look at the wonders he's doing in Burkina Faso. But don't tell me that he just chased away France like that. They are colonial master. You saw the extent at which France is involved in controlling their lives. Both using military, both using terrorists. You see, when there is a mineral resources, a natural resource in a place in Africa, how does the West tap into those resources? They create insecurity in that area. They create insecurity in that area, and thereby they benefit. If the place is cool and calm, they will not be able to pillage the resources of these African countries. So anywhere you see very valuable natural resources, there's always crisis. Look at Congo. Nigeria no get mineral resources like Congo. I stand to be corrected. I don't know everything, but I believe Congo is full with natural resources. But what is happening? Unseen forces are using Rwanda and co to make sure that Congo is unstable. I think M16 fighters or rebel groups are springing up here and there. Cobalt, that Congo supplies 70% of these natural resources. We use in our phones, in our computers, in our electric cars. 70% all over the world. This should be one of the richest African countries so far. But yet they are impoverished. They are suffering. The economy is down. They have all it takes to become whatever. In the whole world, they have what it takes to become the best economy in Africa. Even much more than Nigeria with their natural resources. But what have you? The West controls. The West are the ones that are in charge of Africa's natural resources. Look at it. Nigeria, who are those that are drilling our oil? Who has the technology of drilling our oil? Who owns these multinational companies? They use some of your leaders as proxy. Just like the olden days, when leaders use their people, sell their people for the white men. The white men use them to impoverish their people, to enact wickedness on their people and sell them. So they are willing tools amongst our politicians, but mostly the Fulani tribe. They are willing tools when it comes to scatter. There is something I'm going to read out to you about the involvement of Fulani in the Sahel. The Fulani has been used by the West to cause insecurity. They are willing tools. They are mercenaries that can be used to bring down a government. Look at what Buhari and co did with their APC. Look at the threats Buhari and El-Rufai Look at this name I'm calling Buhari El-Rufai. Common factor denominator. Nigeria is being pushed to make sure that they find a way to bring down this Burkina Faso president. Nigeria is being used. Most times you see a Tinubu go to France. There are so many meetings that are going behind closed doors that you and I are not privy to. We don't really understand what is going on. If you think I'm pushing out a conspiracy theory, let me ask this question. We have all the natural resources to be independent. We have all the money. But why is it that we are still owing? And why is it that our economy is down? Our GDP is low. The World Bank is borrowing us. We have natural resources. We have oil. Why is it that it is OPEC, created by the colonial masters, created by the unforeseen hands? They are the ones that tell us how much we will sell our crude oil. See, if federal government make all the refineries start working today, let me tell you the truth. The other time that they said, make a Kaduna refinery work now, make Rivers State refinery work now, make a Warri refinery work. If all the refinery works and OPEC pegs at a certain price, it does not warrant that you are going to sell it cheap. Landing cost determines what you sell in your country. So it is some unforeseen people. I don't know whether this is too big for us to understand. Insecurity is going to continue in the country if we don't change the system. The Fulani will keep on killing. You are asking questions. How did they get the AK-47? How did they get RPG? How did they get guns? Why is it that our security agencies are not going after them? Enugu State killing. Just a few hours ago, Enugu State in the farm. The one that police say now fake news. Enugu State. It's unfortunate. I want to bring it out. Adani in Uzawani of Enugu State is bleeding again, just like Bokos. Fulani herdsmen are trapped in Bokos. Look at the outrage of the North. Killings in Uromi. Look at how they all came out to speak. But this one, security agencies are just quiet too. That Uromi one, the chief of, I think, defense staff spoke and said we will fish out the killers. Now, this one is happening in Enugu State. The Fulani police is telling us that it is fake news. Look at Adani in Uzowani of Enugu State is bleeding again, just like Bokos. A man from Asaba, part of Adani, was slaughtered to death with machetes while his son watched helplessly from top of a mango tree. Two brothers were attacked by same Fulani herdsmen. One survived with heavy cuts while the other could not make it. Aloysius, a middle-aged man around the same Adani farm settlement, was killed. His body was covered. As we speak, there's heavy tension at Adani. Adani is the town where former governor Ugwuanyi cried after over 56 people were slaughtered by Fulani herdsmen. Now, the security agencies, they're on Twitter. But they are waiting for me to say something. They are waiting for a way for me to say something so that they can come and arrest me. Look at these things that are happening. How do we avoid these killings? The DSS is telling you, okay, defend yourself, do this and do that. Defend yourself with what? The DSS is telling us to defend ourselves with what? Where are these Fulanis getting these guns? Where are they getting this cover? They are moving from one town to another. See, what the Americans, what these colonial powers do, they make sure that the country is unstable so that they cannot find their feet. They make sure that we have tribal issues. Yoruba will fight Igbo, Igbo will fight Hausa, Hausa will fight Fulani. The more reasons why I'm talking about Fulani day in, day out is because Fulanis, they are willing tools of destruction, making sure that Nigeria does not achieve its aim as the giant of Africa. They are always willing tools. See, after 8 years of Tinubu, anybody that is saying Tinubu will not enter, after 8 years of Tinubu, the Fulani, they are planning to come back. If they are coming back with a big bang. That's why we have said that Tinubu should do all he can and all he should to restructure Nigeria. All he can. If it's to unleash Nnamdi Kanu or Sunday Igboho, you see, these powers, these people are watching. They have their embassies. They have if you don't know, they are stationed every part of the country. And they give intelligence reports to their own people. They use Africans to send reports to them. I'm telling you, Tinubu, if he has the guts to restructure Nigeria, that's one of the best things. He will be a hero in the history of Nigeria. But how many of them will do so? How many of them will do so? All Tinubu is fighting for is, don't disturb my ATS. Do not disturb my ATS. Most of these politicians are assets to this colonial, like I said, the olden days that our people sell our people to the white man. A fellow black man would take a fellow black man, sell the fellow black man to a white man. And these people, they are old, they are kings, they are wise, not knowing that they are stupid. They are plain stupid. See, the West will make sure that there's insecurity in Africa so that Africa will not find its food. Look at Congo. Everybody look at what is happening in Congo. They will not allow Congo rest because Congo has potentials. Why is it that those countries that have potentials are countries that you see a lot of crisis? We are all seated here. Yoruba man will say Igbo. Igbo man will say Yoruba. This, my brother, there is a bigger problem in our hands. If we restructure the country, maybe we will come back to our senses and understand. One reason I'm supporting restructuring is that after restructuring, then we'll come back to our senses and find our place in the Committee of Nations. We understand that the people that are sponsoring the Fulani do not want Nigeria to divide, and they want Nigeria as unstable as it is. They want Nigeria where a Fulani will go and be causing harm, putting fear in the minds of people. You go to a farm and kill somebody. Would you want to go to that area again when you know that the Fulani menace is becoming too much? Would you want to go to that area? We had reports that some places in Uromi have been deserted because the security officials are doing their work. When these guys are killing people in the farm, destroying the lives of people, kidnapping, the security officials are nowhere to be found. But now that something happened in Uromi, look how the security officials went there and people are being arrested. Most Enugu youths are being arrested and are in detention. They will arrest your youths so that there will not be reprisals. And the Fulani now are having a field day. Then the police will tell us that this is fake news. What is fake news? Look at what happened. They are the ones that are in charge of security. They are the ones that should investigate and even tell us how it is not fake news. My brother, there's a bigger problem in our hands. Until we find a common ground or we restructure Nigeria. The only reason why we cannot find a common ground, Nigeria cannot be won, is because of the Fulani. The Fulani are tools that are being used. Look at USAID, exposed by Trump administration. It's being used to do one or two things. Bring down government. Look at the Obama administration, USAID, and the APC coming to power 2015. These Fulani people, the Fulani menace started 2015 when Buhari came into power. Fulani especially. Because you know they metamorphosed themselves from Boko Haram to ISWAP, from ISWAP to Fulani herdsmen. Now from Fulani herdsmen, they are becoming hunters. It started 2015 under Buhari's regime, supported by Tinubu. And it was because of power, because of selfish ambition, because more of these people are assets to the government. Yes. Why would we be a nation with so much mineral resources and we are suffering? Go to Falama under bridge, go to Yaba under bridge. You see people sleeping under the bridge. Why your politicians are building estate in Dubai? You see the kind of leaders you have. These are leaders that will sell the country, then travel out of the country. I said this before that most of our politicians don't have their children schooling in Nigeria because they don't believe in Nigeria. They will come and say the unity of Nigeria is non-negotiable. The unity of Nigeria is non-negotiable, but their family members, their children are abroad. They are not going through the school system, the healthcare system, the economy of Nigeria. They are abroad. They will carry money and push them abroad. They are not fit to stay in the country that which they believe that is working. Unfortunate. See revelations of Okupe's son, Onanuga's son, children. Most of them are abroad. Wicked children, most of them are abroad. Most of your governors, their children are abroad. They just use Nigeria as a specimen for their evil and wickedness. So the bigger picture is not Yoruba Hausa. The bigger picture is Fulani becoming a willing tool in the hand of the West to make sure that they destabilize the country, so that the country will not find its feet and come together at any point in time. It's only the Fulani that will tell you that the unity of Nigeria is done and politicians that are in power. When it's not working for politicians, they will talk in, let's restructure. But if it starts working for politicians, they will say unity of Nigeria is non-negotiable. Look at Tinubu traveled out. Then Shetima traveled out. You are asking them question. Say they send you before, they rate you before. You are inconsequential in their eyes. They are not accountable to you. They want to be accountable anytime they want to be accountable. You are not going to stop them from doing what they are doing. They give you reasons and they call your bluff. You cannot ask the question, why are you going? You cannot ask the person. They are arrogant because they believe that there's a higher power that got their backing. They want to maintain that. It's unfortunate. Not only Enugu State, I think Benue State, killings. Christians were killed in Bokos. Fulani are killing. And it's like play. Fulani are killing. If it were to be Yorubas that were killing like this, wouldn't the government have taken action? I'm telling you, wouldn't the government have taken action? In a large scale, what if it were the Igbos that were killing like this, moving from one country to the other, and were killing? What will these international bodies have said? What? Look at the Biafra war. Look at how they supported Nigeria against one small Biafra as a country. Because they believe that oil that they are drilling, who is drilling oil for Nigeria? They will come and tell you that it is this one, it is that one. My brother, there are some offices you cannot enter. There are some meetings that is not open to the media. Why are they not allowing the media have access to some of these meetings? They do. Closed door meetings up and down because they know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. Small thing, this on travel go France. Small thing, this on travel go UK. Small thing, you leave the country and the country is going down. You come in, you under-educate Nigerians so that you can start lying to them and manipulate them. You now bring one big grammar. You met this as so and you saved as so with the lies. See, it is easy to spot a lie. When you know that politicians are lying, is that it does not reflect on the lives of the people. All these years since Buhari, they don't plot. Economic advisor, economic this one. Osibajo is in charge of the economic team. 8 years, you know, if you deliver. 8 years, you plunge us into more. This one enter, it carry us, put it into debt. And it's calling our bluff. Upon all these things that are happening, the Fulani are still killing. And you are expecting Nigerians not to take law into their hands. So the Fulani should come and kill me. And I go. You don't have anything. You cannot create anything. Not to talk of life. But you are not doing your you are not doing your job. And you want me to open my chest. Somebody will come and kill me. You don't want me to be equipped to defend myself. Since you cannot defend myself, you cannot defend me. Jesus just open mouth and say, defend yourself with what? Okay, you tell us, Jesus, okay, defend yourself against Fulani. I go carry AK-47. The same Jesus will come and arrest me. So he says people should defend themselves with what? See how they are making a mess of Nigerians. Making a mess of us. The common factor is the Fulani. You see, if you see me pushing against the Fulani, I know what I'm doing. The common factor, if the Fulani which are willing tools, in a larger scale, half of our problem will be solved. If we, as a country, restructure or change the system, restructure the country, half of our problem will be solved. Because the leaders that are being recruited are leaders that are loyal to these unforeseen forces. If you think that they are not unforeseen forces, you are not intelligent. You're not intelligent. You're not smart enough. You don't understand what is going on. You don't understand how the world runs. You think the world is running around your local government, around your whatever. When you discover that there's oil in your father's house, you now know that there's more to this world than what is in your father's house. You now see people that will come and tell you that we own this thing. So because you're in your 3-bedroom flat or you build your duplex, you are eating and you're okay, and think life is like that. You are going to be used as a pawn very soon. Just look at the lives we are living. Just look at. If not that Russia is supporting that young man in Burkina Faso, do you think that young man can do what he's doing? So we need world powers. We need world powers. The world powers we have, advancing technology and a whole lot of things. They are fighting us on all ends. Our people will go school. They go tell them, say, come into our country. We give you scholarship. They will be picking our brightest minds from Nigeria, from all African countries. They will go to America and contribute to the economy of America. They take away our brightest minds and they leave us with these Olodos and MC Olomos and co. Let me not talk. But let's know it's a bigger problem on our hands. And the Fulani, we know, is a willing tool. Until we restructure Nigeria, nothing is going to change. Forget all this one, they are building this one. Nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to change.